Hold up.
Alexa Bliss is a fantastic talent and one of the best parts of Raw each week, but there's something missing with this new character. Just like wrestling fans were torn on Bray Wyatt and the Fiend character, the WWE Universe is starting to find themselves unsure about what to make of recent developments of one of his proteges. While Alexa Bliss was around a long time before she ever got involved with the Firefly Fun House, she's now out on her own on Raw each week, and her latest interactions with the rest of the WWE Women's division is being met with mixed reviews. Bliss is now at the mercy of what appears to be the habit of WWE creative trying to throw a number of ideas at the wall to see what sticks. The moment she split from the Fiend at WrestleMania, it seemed clear the company was not entirely sure where to take her character next, only that they knew they were onto something and that she was popular. And, to her credit, Bliss has been great. She's fully embraced the gimmick and she's one of the better parts of Raw each week, even if the angles are far-fetched, often hokey and sometimes confusing. Hell in a Cell was just the latest example of where things have gone slightly off the rails. More so, it might be a sign it would be better if she reverts back to something a little more familiar. Hell in a Cell was well bad. The pay-per-view itself was alright. The segment that included Bliss in a match against Shayna Baszler was not. Weeks of build-up where Baszler attacked a doll, then found herself being chased around the arena by the doll culminated in a contest where the doll had no part in the finish. Instead, it was Bliss who tried to hypnotize Baszler, with only mild success, then eventually hypnotized Nia Jax. She picked up the win, but the battle felt unfinished, without much offered as to why or how Lily was able to terrorize Baszler heading into their contest. Raw offered nothing but more confusion. The next evening on Raw, the shenanigans continued. Bliss was able to get a lock on Reginald, who almost slapped Jax. Again, there was no real hint as to what's going on, and again, it veered from things we'd seen in the past with Bliss. She was a witch, she had a crazy and evil doll and now she can hypnotize people. The problem with all of this is that between WrestleMania, Hell in a Cell, and multiple episodes of Raw, we don't really know what Bliss is, nor do we know which aspect of this character WWE wants us to focus on. Is she just a tormented former wrestler who has taken up the practice of witchcraft? Is she some sort of demonic monster like the Fiend? Is she being possessed by something inexplicable? She misses the Fiend. As good as Bliss is at playing this character, we're not sure anyone else could actually do it. The gimmick misses the link that tied everything together. It misses the Fiend. He was the constant in the storyline that created a storyline people could get behind. Regardless of which direction creative were to take the Bliss character, Wyatt's involvement would have made it logical, for as logical as storyline not based in reality can be. If she was trapped by him, creative could have teased, she was learning witchcraft to get out from under his spell. Or, if she got a taste of what he was doing and wanted more, perhaps she was getting carried away, and the Fiend could have been the sympathetic character that saw the error of his ways and tried to bring her back to reality. Maybe she was the student trying to overtake the master. As a pair, it all made sense. As a single, it feels entirely too random. It's like Harley Quinn without the Joker. Some fans love this new version of Bliss. Some fans love the Harley Quinn character too. But, many will admit, Quinn is not nearly as effective if she's not somehow tied to the Joker in a storyline. She doesn't necessarily need him, but imagine, if writers or artists treated both the Joker and Quinn character arcs, as though they may never cross paths again, it would be a tough pill to swallow. The same goes for Bliss and the Fiend. Right now, it feels like WWE wants fans to forget the Fiend is a big part of Bliss's origin story. That's a mistake. Whether it's a mentor to apprentice angle or a romantic relationship, even just an insane storyline of two psychopaths who are completely out of control, there's something missing with Bliss that isn't missing when the Fiend is around. Fans are more accepting of the Fiend, fair or not. The WWE Universe tends to give more rope to the storylines involving the Fiend. As crazy as they got, many called it some of the coolest and most entertaining stuff on television. Bliss has not seemed to get the same leash creatively. That fans are already jumping on what her character does each week is not a good sign. It won't be long until many stop buying it altogether. Just the fact that she can control people's actions but doesn't make them lay down for a 3 count. Does that not seem strange to anyone else? Comments your thoughts down below. WWE booking Roman Reigns vs Edge for Money in the Bank 2021 is a bad idea, here's why. WWE legend Edge made an emphatic return on Friday Night SmackDown. He wasted no time in letting Roman Reigns know he was there for him and his Universal Championship. While many are excited about this dream match, there are more reasons why it shouldn't be happening right now. The timing for Edge's return doesn't really sit right. The rated R superstar has reignited his feud with Reigns, and of course, for all the right reasons. However, it's no secret it would only last till Money in the Bank, as the buzz around as John Cena would be working a program with Reigns heading into SummerSlam. If the two maestros of the spear have to collide, an extensive feud would serve the right purpose. We wonder if a short month-long feud would do justice to both Edge and Reigns. The outcome is predictable, as everyone knows the tribal chief will find some way to win, and move on to Cena, while the ultimate opportunist moves on to Seth Rollins. In fact, WWE has started planting seeds for their feud already. Even if WWE and Edge want to transition into a feud with Seth Rollins, they should make fans care more rather than rely on the dream match card. Something like a strong stipulation match such as career versus title would serve just the right purpose. The match rules are normal, just the stakes would be high. This would make the short feud and their eventual matchup more entertaining. And to kick things off with Rollins, all it would take is a disqualification finish to his match with Reigns because of the savior of SmackDown. All in all, the stakes aren't high and it's simply thrown together for nostalgia purposes. WWE can make it interesting and prove us wrong in the weeks to Money in the Bank. But for now, it does seem like something that should have happened already or after a while. What's your thoughts? Let us know in the comments below.